Hi, it's story time. Hi, it's story time, and today's story, because we're wearing our fire truck red shirt, it's gonna be Five Little Firemen. I know it's one of Maeve's favorites, and I hope that she's gotten her book so she can read along. So let's see. Gaga can turn on her light, and she's having a difficulty. No, that one didn't do it. There it is. So, Five Little Firemen. The story is written by Margaret Wise Brown and Edith Thatcher Hurd, and the pictures are by the very famous Tibor Gergely. It's a very strange name. Tibor, Tibor Gergely. So, the first page. Let me show you the picture. Here it is. A little house caught on fire. The fire started so quietly, and it was such a little fire at first. A flame, like a little mouse, came darting in and out of a hole in the hall closet, darted back again. A policeman smelled it. So he ran to the corner, opened the red alarm box, and called the fire department. And then he ran back to the house. Ding, 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 rings the fire alarm in the little fire station. 5 little firemen slide down the firehouse pole. Ding, 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 ding. Sparks! Shouts the first little fireman. He puts on his white helmet, twirls his black mustache, and jumps into the little red chief's car with its shiny brass bell. Cling, clang, cling, clang. There's the chief. The first little fireman has to be the first to the fire to tell all the other firemen what to do when they get there. He is the fire chief. There he is. There's the chief. There are the other firemen getting ready. A fire won't wait, says the second little fireman. Round as a pumpkin, he jumps into the driver's seat of the hook and ladder truck, the biggest fire engine of all. We'll save all the people, says the third little fireman. The third little fireman jumps on to the back of the hook and ladder truck. He's called the chauffeur. As it rolls out the door, he has muscles as big as baseballs. He's that strong. The third little fireman. He runs up the ladders and carries people down the ladders. The third little fireman does. There he goes, jumps on the side. See, there's their firehouse dog. We'll squirt lots of water, says the fourth little fireman, who is bright as a button and so drives the huge ladder truck. I sneeze in the smoke, says the fifth little fireman. Spry as a fly, he jumps on the hose truck and roars out the firehouse door. Clang, 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 clang. Woo-wee! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Here come the 5 little firemen with a clang, 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 and a woo and a wee! Down they go, whizzing up a street called Oak Street, whizzing around the corner onto 12.5 Street, down Baseball Boulevard and up the King's Highway. Down Asphalt Avenue and up the King's Highway. Look at all the people who come out to watch the fire trucks pass. Over Baseball Boulevard to Small Bush Road. And there, on Small Bush Road, was the house on fire. Flames the size of pocket handkerchiefs were waving out the windows, and lots of smoke. Fire's hot. This was the house of the Hurricane Jones family, and inside they were sleepily sneezing with smoke. "House on fire! Get out! As quick as you can! Step lively!" said the policeman. Mrs. Hurricane Jones tried to grab her 3 little boys and run out of the house with them. But when she went to grab them, the first little boy had run to grab his cat. The second little boy had run downstairs to take care of his rabbits, and the third little boy had grabbed all the flowers that he had picked the day before, and he was halfway down the stairs with them. So, Mrs. Hurricane Jones grabbed her pillow, threw her mirrors out the window, and ran downstairs. She was so confused. Mr. Hurricane Jones came afterwards to be sure that all his family were out of the house and standing in a line on the lawn. And look at those firemen working. They got the hoses. They're ready to get the water on the flames. And there they were, all safely out on the front lawn, each holding in his arms what he loved the most. The first fireman shouts the orders. He's the chief. The third fireman rushes off to find the cook. The second fireman backs the hook and ladder truck into just the right place. There he gets the ladders. He's squirting the water out of the hose. Attach the hose to the fire hydrant. The Hurricane Jones house is too tiny for big ladders, so he takes one of the little ladders and puts it up to the side of the house. The fourth little fireman points the water tower at the flames and squirts the water on the fire. And the fifth little fireman unrolls the hose and screws it onto the red fire hydrant. There he is. There's the hoses. There's the chief. There's the hose truck. There's the tower truck. And there he is, putting the ladder up to the side of the house. The water that runs under the street in big pipes all the time gushes through the hose. It squirts out of the nozzle like a roaring river through the air. They smash in the windows to let out the smoke, and in roars the water to put out the flames. The smoke gets brown and yellow when the water hits it. They chop down the burning wood and throw the blankets over the furniture. But where is the jolly fat cook? The third fireman has found the cook, and he wants to carry her down the ladder. But she says, "Nix." She is too fat to carry, and too big to jump into a net, and too jolly to stay and burn up in the flames. So they shoot up the lifeline for the jolly fat cook, and she slides down the line. Gee wallopers, here she comes. It was getting warm up there. Here she is, down the rope. And soon all the bright flames were wet black ashes. And the crackling sound of the flames was quiet, and there was only the great purring of the red hose truck pumping the water. Psh. Bright searchlights of the fire engines were making the trees and the bushes much greener than they had been before. The fire was over, and the Hurricane Jones family went to their Uncle Clement's house to sleep. "Look, fire's out," says the chief. "Let's go," says the second little fireman. "Some cook," says the third little fireman. The engines turn around and go away. Only their bells clang slowly now. Clang, cling, clong, clang, cling. And a ding, ding, ding. They all go back to the firehouse. The 5 little firemen have to wash the engines. They polish the bells and sirens and all their equipment to be ready for another fire alarm at any minute should one come. But there is no other that night. There they are, back at the firehouse. 5 sleepy firemen jump into bed. 5 little firemen, brave as can be, sleep, and they dream of the beautiful sea. There they are, all very tired from working hard at the fire. Flames and smoke, and the glass that broke, and the fires that rise into the skies, and scorch the stars and the motor cars as they hurry along. They hear the dong, and the woo, the wee, and the ding, ding, dong. Oh yes, oh no, there is no doubt. The finest fire is the fire that's out. Good night. Good night.